Welcome to Wins News. I'm your friend and host Amit Roy. Today I want to explain to you how Galwan was a trap by China, Communist China, and it has a long, deep plan to destabilize India, humiliate India. Please like me and subscribe me and share my channel. I'm Amit Roy, your friend in Wins News. Now, Galwan was a trap. Galwan was a trap and continuation of a process to subvert India, to humiliate India, to finger India's internal affairs. Now, before Galwan, I want to show you one place, Dokalam, where China first started doing this kind of thing against India in Bhutan. So, but Indians have stood firm and stopped that for a moment. The same man, those who were planning in Dokalam, was brought to Eastern Ladakh, and that man was possibly a brigadier at that time, an India expert. He was doing this kind of thing in Galwan and set a trap against India and killed many Indians. In that process, I'm told many Chinese were also killed. But it has a long plan to teach India a lesson. That is the main plan. Because China fears India's rise. China wants to humiliate India. Mao used to do that. The same thing Mao did that. He signed a Panchashil and after that he attacked, telling Hindi Chuni bye-bye, attacked India. With the flimsy ground of a McMahon line. They don't believe in McMahon line, they said. But that China believes McMahon line with Burma. This totally Chinese culture is a communist culture, hegemony, terrorism, subversion. Same thing happened in Eastern Ladakh, Galwan. Galwan is a river where I went there near Shok River and I saw this topography and I want China will not spare you, will come after you heavily and make you pay the price. Will show the coin. Okay? And then same China, it is a long-term plan. First they tried in eastern side of Pangong Lake and doing salami slicing in the background of COVID. They created COVID because India was stuck in COVID that time, 2020. And they attacked Galwan. Galwan was a big plan, And the commander of Eastern Theatre of Chinese, Western Theatre of Chinese Army was definitely involved. The signal was coming from Xi Jinping, Central Military Commission, etc., etc. Indians had no clue, as always. However, now fast, China was coming slowly out and tried to cut them from Darbuksha Road and going to Dolor Beg, Old D, etc. area. Because China fears that road India is making. And China was also very upset India and America's bonhomie. China fears that very, very much. So China was trying to do something very vicious. And India had no clue. Modi was hugging Xi Jinping and, going in a swing, wearing strange dress in Ahmedabad. And that kind of mindset. And China, whenever you are hugging China, China will backstab you. That's a Chinese character, communist Chinese character. So China was infiltrating in the Galwan River area and tried to cut India into size. And now, old troops have suddenly changed. They had brought new troops, those who are more aggressive and linked to Communist Party. Those were brought suddenly. And they had set camps, etc. And 2 Indian officers went there, I'm told, and they were captured. Then Colonel Babu went there to negotiate. And Chinese were ready in big numbers. Very, very big numbers. It was a U-shaped trap as always. And they beaten to death Colonel Babu. He went there without any helmet, without sidearms, etc., etc. Because he wanted to tell them, go get out of this place, this Indian land. And 2 Indian soldiers were captured and they wanted to secure release of those prisoners. But here also a brigadier comes. I don't know about that brigadier or other. One brigadier comes and he had a scuffle with Babu and Babu was beaten to death. And then, it's not a fight in one area. Many years fight erupted. Many Indian soldiers came. and many Indians were killed. So many Chinese were killed as well. Indians fought back, but Chinese were ready with handmade clubs, bayonets, knives, etc. They started stabbing Indians. But Indians fought alone. They were not prepared. Well, I am not saying it's a good thing. Why you are not prepared? Why you are not prepared? Why you wanted to hug Chinese without any arms? That's beyond my understanding. But that has happened. India has a habit of telling that they have attacked us, they have killed us, etc. But why you didn't go and attack and kill you? That's a mystery. You should have done that. Why you should trust communist Chinese? That's your fault. Then many Indians fought very well. Many Indian soldiers came and drove Chinese away. But China set another trap there. And in that process, maybe 2 or 3 Indians were captured by Chinese. In the same time, Indians also captured many Chinese and captured the dead bodies. So next morning they went and they had a discussion and they released those Indian soldiers. And Indians also released Chinese soldiers. And this is a story in Broadway. So, but that is the thing you understand. That's the thing we understand, how China backstabs you, how Chinese characters are there. You know how they make floods in Assam, how they are using weather bombs in eastern area and other places to destabilize Indian military position. In the Sebok area near Kalimpong and Sista Bazar, they use floods. China use weather weapon all the time. China want to destabilize India all the time. This Chinese plan. They want to sabotage Indian democracy. So this is the thing, But Indians are not taking that seriously so far. But Indians in that process must counter China even harder, attack China, humiliate China, and harass China. India must develop Tibetan freedom movement, be it peaceful or violent, as China is doing with Nagas. China is doing funding a lot of terrorists inside India. And China is trying to dump India with overproduction, with low pricing, everything they are doing, communist China. And their embassies and consulates are directly involved in that, funding communist parties to take democratic situation and screw democracy, sabotage democracy so that Chinese interests are protected. Funding through NGOs, some outfits. So Chinese threat is looming large. And in that process, India must be very aggressive, which India is not yet. And this is the thing how you beat Galwan. Galwan is not a sudden incident. It happened suddenly. It's well planned. Because you see, they are photographed, Chinese are photographed. The drones were ready to take pictures, to humiliate India in the world stage. That don't come here. Here, your investment is not safe. Here, your money will not be safe. You have a lot of terrorist problems. Our products are good. This kind of business interest also there. It's called stupid kind of thing to understand business and run business. In general, they want to sabotage world economy, try to topple America. That is not going to happen. India and America must be fighting together. They take Japan, Taiwan to counter China. And always cut Chinese interest in CPEC so that China cannot come to Arabian Sea, etc. And capture Galwan. Take out Chinese. Chinese are not good soldiers. They have lost all their wars in their lives. Thank you very much for hearing. Do not forget Galwan. I am warning China will teach you extremely bad lesson and will make Tibet free. Thank you very much again.